Like, I remember watching episode 2 or 1, wherever it was in the episodes where they talk about Reva and her backstory and say, like, when we found you, you came out the gutter. And like, you're fighting so hard to win favor because you're the least among us. And it's like, wow, you're telling a black woman that she's the least among you. Like, why the black woman gotta be the least? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Whole Views, and today we're going to discuss those first 2 episodes of Kenobi on Disney+. Subscribe to the channel if you like reviews and reactions. That tends to be what we do here on the channel. Leave a like and a comment on the video if you have any thoughts in relation to Kenobi or my takes on Kenobi. And here's my perspective on the show. Just giving you a little background. So I am a Star Wars fan, but I do not consider myself to be a super fan or a very big fan of the Star Wars franchise. Like, I have seen all the films. I've seen almost every show except for The Bad Batch and the Clone Wars animated series. There's probably a few other things that I haven't seen that are Star Wars, but all the Disney Plus stuff, I've watched it. The original trilogy, the new trilogy, the prequels, I've seen them all. And I've enjoyed most of them for the most part. Not highly critical of anything. I consider this all to be popcorn film fun stuff. But I will say without any hesitation that this fan base, the Star Wars franchise fan base, is probably the most fractured fan base that I've ever seen. There's always a problem with something when it comes to the properties that exist inside Star Wars. Talking about Kenobi and the things that I've seen online, on Twitter, and I see the reaction to Kenobi, and I see it from Star Wars fans, people who are always talking Star Wars. It's just like there's segments. So there's the racist segment that see Reva, and she's a black woman. You see the little shifty guy who pretended to be a Jedi. I forget his name, it's not coming back to me, but he was also in Eternals and he was in a few other things. He's a well-known face in Hollywood, Indian actor. And it's like people are mad about him. And there's so much like pushback against diversity in their Star Wars. Like, that's the racist crowd. Then you have the crowd that are like super Star Wars purists that just want to see people who love Star Wars in Star Wars. So it's like, I've heard online, like Reva, she's not good because, you know, the actress who played her was never a real fan of the Star Wars franchise, and she just got into it when she started reading for the part. And like she's not given a good job as an actress. She feels like an Earth character, like she's from the same Earth that we're from. That's not Star Wars. I'm like, man, y'all reading a lot into 2 episodes. And then on the other side of that, there's people who just dislike everything new because they're upset that this show looks like it's gonna retcon some things that happened in like Clone Wars or something else, and they're just not happy with that. They don't want to see the lore get touched. And it's like, man, just enjoy what we have. It's kind of my take on Kenobi. Now, when we talk about the racist and the diversity, I will agree with them on one point. Lines that you say to certain characters hit very differently when they're said to a person of color. Like, I remember watching episode 2 or 1, wherever it was in the episodes where they talk about Reva and her backstory and say, like, when we found you, you came out the gutter. And like, you're fighting so hard to win favor because you're the least among us. And it's like, wow, you're telling a black woman that she's the least among you. Like, why the black woman gotta be the least? But at the same time, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't care. I don't care who plays what role. I just want to watch the show and enjoy the show. And I'm happy with what we have from the show, whether the characters are black, white, or alien, or otherwise. I'm happy with everything that we've gotten so far on Kenobi. I think it's cool. The one thing that I'm super happy with, and I wish we would have did it sooner, is we got the hell off of Tatooine. That's the only thing I didn't like about episode 1. The fact that the show opens up and we're there, and we spend most of the episode there. Like, I don't want to see sand in these Star Wars shows anymore.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, and rough, and irritating.
It's one of the things that I disliked so much about Boba Fett. Like, we are dealing with characters that exist in a galaxy far, far away. That is the lines that open up the franchise. And it's like, we are continuously coming back to Tatooine. I don't want to see no more sand. I don't want to see no more speeders in the dust. Like, give me a whole nother planet. Like, in a galaxy that is far away, there's an infinite number of planets you can visit. You could visit a nighttime planet where there is no real sun. Like, or they got a bunch of moons that you can see in the daylight. Give me a planet with a purple sky instead of a blue sky. Again, give me a planet where you can see other planets in the background. Every time that there's a wide shot, you see other planets. Like, do that. Do something different. Send me to a place that rains a lot. Or like in one of the prequels, there was a water planet. I think it was in the third prequel. Like, hey, give me that. Give me something like that again, where every time the outside is nothing but ocean and platforms. Like, let's do that, because Tatooine, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the sand. It's showing up in every single property I feel like we've ever seen from Star Wars. Every trilogy, we have a sand planet or Tatooine itself. Get out the desert, you know? Get out the desert. Let's go to some new places. That's my only complaint. I'm fine with the Reva character. She's doing a fine job. She's supposed to be vicious. She's supposed to be gruesome. She's supposed to be driven. All those things come across to me in her performance. I don't get the sense that she's like an earthly character or anything like that. These other complaints. I don't care that she's a black woman. I don't care that there's an Indian guy who's, you know, pretending to be a Jedi. None of that stuff bothers me at all. I think the show is pretty good. It's fun so far. I want to see where it goes. I don't care about what they touch. If they shoehorn in an appearance from Vader and like a fight between Vader and Kenobi, where it's never been referenced in any other lore before, guess what? I don't care. Give me that. Give me that, please, because I'm sure it'll be entertaining. And that's what I feel like all fans who really enjoy Star Wars should be saying. Don't care what it is you give me, just give me. And make sure it's good. And I think this is. So those are my thoughts on Kenobi. I'll come back probably and do like maybe a mid-season or like a finale episode, talk about the season as a whole. That's all I have to say for this here video, man. If you liked it, please like it. If you have any other thoughts about these segments of the Star Wars franchise, Star Wars fan base, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this far. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and please go watch something good.